$30 sold for $25. What is that, Steve? 124. Steve's gonna use it. Set. Lot number 70. 45. I'm going. I'm 50. I'm 50. I'm 60. I'm 70. I'm 80. 90. I'm 90. I'm half. I'm 2. Yeah, 2 and a half. I'm 2 and a half. Oh, you're out 2 and a half. Yeah, 2 and a half. I'm 2 and a half. How about 2 and a quarter? I don't know, 2 and a quarter. 2 and a quarter. I get 2 and a quarter. Sold for $200. Put them on 468. 468, $200.
Hey, I know that one has lots of ducks on it, but I like that one better.
What's the lot? 70.
35.
40. Now, 35. 45. I'm about the 40. I'm I get $40. $40. I'm over here, Bo. Wherever they're looking at 45. Yeah, 50. I'm $50. I'm 60. I'm $60. I'm $60. Yeah, $50. 60. I'm 70. I'm $80. I'm $80. I'm 90. I'm $80. I'm $80. 90. So $80. Put on 420. 420.
Lot 70 again, Dad. 35.
Lot number 70. 35, 45. I don't know, 45. I don't know, $45. I don't know, 55. I don't know, 55. I don't know, 65. I don't know, $65. Yeah, $75. I don't know, 65. I don't know, $75. I don't know, 65. I don't know, $75. Sold for $65. Come on, 420. 420 the buyer.
Same way.
10, 20, I get $10 $20, I want to get on with 20, I want to get $10 $20, I want to get on with $10 $20, I want to get on with 10, 15, yeah, I get $10 $15, I want to get on with 10, I want to get on with $15, I want to get on with $10 $15, $15, I want to get $10 $15, I get $10 $15, I want to get on with $10 $15, I want to get $15, sold $10, put them on 4. He's got to go. I'm going to use it. 69. 35, 40. I don't know, 35, 40. I don't know, $40. I don't know, 35, 40. I don't know, $40. I don't know, 35, 40. I don't know, $40. I don't know, 35, 40. I don't know, $40. I got 35, 40. I don't know, 35, 40. I don't know, 40. I don't know, 40. Yeah, 5. I don't know, 40. 5. I don't know, 5. Sold for $40. Come on, 454. 454.
There, 25.
Lot 69, 25, 35. I get 25, I don't know, 30. I don't know, $30. I don't know, 25, 30. I get 25, 30. I don't know, 30. 30, so $25. Put them on 4. By the saddle and the pad, lot number 71. 25. I got 29, 30. I'm going to 30. I'm going to 25, 30, not 5. I'm going to 35, 30, 40. I'm not 40. Yeah, 40. I'm going to 40, 40. I'm going to 35, 40. Sold $35. 462 the buyer, 462.
Same deal, lot 71.
They just went through that saddle. It's ready to rock. $50, 75. I got $50. I want to 75. I want to get $50. I want to $75. I want to $60. I want to $50. I want to $55. I get 50 dark on the 60 on the 60 on the 60 60 on the 60 dark on the 50 on the 60 on the 55 on the 60. Sold $55, 425, 425, $55.
Saddle rack, same deal.
By the saddle racks, lot number 71. I'm going to 20, 20. I'm going to 10 or 20 down. I'm going to 10 or 20 down. I'm going to 20 down. I'm going to 10 or 20, 20, 20. I'm going to 10 or 20 down. Yeah, 20 down. I'm going to 10, 15, 20. I'm going to 5. I'm going to 20 down, 5. I'm going to 20 down, 5. I'm going to 20 down, 5. Yeah, I get 20 down, 5. I'm going to 20 down, 5. Sold upstairs. $20. Put them on 458. 458.
Lot 84.
Lot 84. 10 or 20 on the $100 quarter round, on the $100 quarter round, on the $100 quarter round, on the $100 10, $800 10 around, on the $100 10 on the quarter round, on the $100 quarter round, on the $110 on the quarter, $110 quarter round, I can $110 on the quarter big on the $110 on the quarter, $110 on the quarter, on the high, on the high, I know the $100 quarter half, I get $100 quarter half around, on the $100 quarter half, $100 quarter, put them on 458, 458.
You got a stick or give me a pass.
Lot 73.
Lot number 73. 10 or 15 hour. I get 10 hour, 15 hour, 10 hour, 15 hour, 10 hour, 15 hour, 10 hour, 15, 15 hour, 10 hour, 15 hour, 15 hour, 10 hour, 15 hour, 15 hour, 10 hour, 15, 15 hour, 15 hour, so $10 come on forward. Is that it, Bo? Be on horses here in a minute.
Can you set this
Test 20. Whoop. Everyone hear me okay? I'm guessing yes. Hi guys, we're going to get started on horses in just a minute. If you have not yet been to the office, you may not be aware they have a brand spanking new computer system, which is not fun for anybody when we have new stuff. So you have to have a number. No old numbers. If you did not go to the office today and get a number, you need to do that now. We absolutely cannot clerk by name. We have to have a number. So while they're fixing the ring here, if you didn't get yourself a number, go ahead and get that taken care of now. If you don't mind, we'll be on horses in just a minute.
Facebook, YouTube. Hello, hello. Pop in the comments. Let me know where you're watching from, guys. We are fixing to get started here. Reno County Stockyards, South Hutchinson, Kansas. If you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, we sure appreciate you. But if you want to bid online, you cannot do that on Facebook and YouTube. I have put the bidding link in the comments, but I will give it to you here as well. It is bid, like you're placing a bid, BID, period, horse auctions with an S at the end of auctions, USA.com. Bid.horseauctionsusa.com. Click view auction beneath Reno County Stockyards. Click register to bid under any of the horses there. Follow the prompts and you'll be off to the races. Take you about 3 to 5 minutes to complete start to finish. We're fixing to get started on horses here in just a few minutes. Hello, Dwayne. Hello. Good to see you. Once again, guys, get in the comments and let me know where you're watching from.
Hutchinson, Kansas.
Yeah. Are you, Ed? Ed, say hi to Facebook, Ed.
Hello, Facebook.
There you go. Oh, we didn't throw them. We moved them because no can do on this side of the computer.
Sorry, I didn't throw it away. I thought it was practicing. Is that yours back there? This one was empty, but I thought it was
I'll put it over here to this computer and blow them all.
Husband. Anti-computer speech over here. I'm good, Dwayne. I am very good. Good to see you, my friend. Thank you for always supporting us. We sure appreciate you.
Warn you in advance, Internet. My voice is sore, so be quick.
You know why? He's complaining to me. He's been complaining to me. That's why you lost your voice.
That's why I think I'm going to divorce you again.
He doesn't mean it.
Again.
He divorces me every hour. He's full of it. And you'd miss me. You would miss me.
This is weird. I don't like this.
Husband.
I feel like a bitch.
Oh, this one is loud. It's hot.
Test 1, 2. Thank everybody for coming. We got about 125 horses back there with the loose ones. We'll get you out of here fast as we can. Don't forget to go by the office and settle up for everything you bought. If you buy one of these things, if you're on the internet or you're in person, try to have them out here by noon tomorrow. They got a big goat sale. They're going to have about 3,500 goats here Saturday, so try to have them out here by noon tomorrow. Make any other arrangements. Just like always before, there is no guarantee. If you give $50 for one or $7,500 or $8,500, you get him home and he limps, he bucks you off, he runs off, or your neighbor tells you he's too high, he still belongs to you. There ain't no guarantee as far as this sale barn is concerned. The guarantee is between the buyer and the seller. Most of them horses been back there all day. You go talk to the people that have them all that, but if you buy one, he's as is, no matter what he costs. We'll have another here next month.
December 10th.
December the
last
10th, the
sale
last sale before Christmas. Get your consignments in a few days. And thank everybody, and we'll get right to it. Here's it.
Thank you. Yes, he did. Gonna be a coming to your old horse goal.
We coming to your old horse goal out there, guys. 3 1/4, 3 1/2. Yep, 3 1/4, 3 1/2. I'm gone. 3 1/4 now. 3 1/4 now. 75 and now 4 and a quarter. And now I have 75 5 and now quarter and 5 and a quarter half. Yep, 5 1/2. 5 1/4, 5 1/2. 5 1/4 now. 5 1/2. 5 1/4 half. Something 5 1/4. 392.
Kid number 2 is going to be a 12 to 14-year-old mare, a safe trail riding horse.
If you got one back there you need road cactus or Charlie or riding before your night, guys, you're the barn rider. 5 1/2, 600. 5 1/2, 6. 6. 5 1/2, 6. 5 600.
Yo!
And now half into the knees, now 7. Yep, 700 internet, 700 into the knees, high 700 into the knees, 700. I'm taking a hand now, 700 here, high. Solar 650. 750, is that right? Nope, 466. 466.
Thank you. Put number 3.
Swappin' Doc's Hickory, going to be a 21 model gelding by Swappin' Freckles, by Widow's Freckles, by Freckles Playboy, Swappin' Freckles out of a daughter of smart little Lena. His dams by CM Hickory's Red Man by Son of Hickory. Again, he is a 21 model.
Cute young horse right there, about 6,500 for 5,500, $6,000. Hit a little bitty 500 now, say. Yep, $500, $6,000 here. Hit a little bitty 500 now, say. A little bitty 500 now, say. Yep, $500, 6. Hit a little bitty 6,000. That's 6,000, 57 half. Hit a little bitty 5,000 half. 55, 7 half. Good young horse, 15, 7 half. 55, 7 half. 57 half. Hit a little bitty 5 7 half. Hit a little bitty 500 now.
Right, better outside.
Said you're buying him to be sound and you're buying him to be gentle too. 5,500. Said he'll ride the very best outside. 5,500, 57 half. Hit a little bitty 500 now, 7 half. I'm 5,500 now, 7 half. Hit a little bitty 500 now, 7 half. Hit a little bitty 7 half. 55, 7 half. Now 6. Now 6, hit a little easy, because I'm around, but I'm 57, I have 1,000 now, 2.5. 360, 2.5, 1 skeeter, I'm minimum 1. 60, 1 skeeter boy, I'm minimum 1, and a bit of little easy, 1. Hit 61 here now, 2, 2. Hit 62, hit a little easy, I'm minimum 4. I'm 64, I'm minimum 4, and a bit of little easy, 3 now, over the I'm minimum 4.
Them young geldings, I go every day. He's hard to find. tell him to. He ain't bringing
Said he didn't bring him to praise him either. 63, 64, now 5, now 6. Hit 66, 66, 66 here, number 7, number 7. I'm 67, 66, 67, number 7. I'm 66, 7, 67, 66, 7. So 6,600. You get a number, Dave?
No, we gotta do it.
427.
Bib number 4, there's a couple of these horses here. Their owner had to be moved to an assisted care facility. This mare is going to be in her mid to upper teens. She is supposed to be broke to ride. Nobody to take care of the horses since he's been moved. She's gentle to be around. They've just been on a round bale. Vet Mouther today had said more like 20, 25.
500, 5.5. Yep, 500, 5.5. Hit a little bit, 5.5. Hit a little bit, 5.25. Half. Hit a little bit, 5.5. I'm 5.25. 5.5. Hit a little bit, 5.5. Hit a little bit, 5.25. Half. Hit a little quarter. Half. Yep, 5.5. Hit a little bit, 5.25. 5.5. Hit a little bit, 5.25. 5.5. Sold her 5.25. Put her on 601.
600 straight away. 600 straight away. Which one's this?
This will be, should be the next one. 5.
Bib number 5, he's got a little video that's up now. This is a titled Mustang gelding. His name is Bo. He is 5 years old. The title is right here. He's from the 2021 Mustang Challenge, had a 3rd place finish overall. Halter broke out approximately 5 rides, and then he had a recent injury which stopped his training. He is currently getting over a pastern cut on the left front due to a little incident with the barbed wire. 5 years old, title in hand, video.
500, 600, hit a little bit, 500, 500, half. Yep, 500, 5.5, hit a little bit, 500, 5.5. Did you now a little bit, 500, 5.5? Yep, 5.5, hit a little bit, 500, now 5.5, hit a little bit, 500, now 5.5. I'm 5.50, hit a little bit, 500, hit a little bit, 5.5. I'm 5.5, hit a little bit, 500, hit a little bit, 5.5, hit a little bit, 500, now 5.5. Something 500 is at 466.
Bless you.
Bib. Bib number 8. Video is up. This is Ricky. He's an approximately 8-year-old gelding. He takes the saddle, stance tied. He's desensitized to almost anything. Had no buck the last time he was ridden, but he is going to need a refresher. He's been sitting for over a year. He loads well. He gets along with any and everything and has been dewormed. They said he's a big puppy on the ground. 8 years old. Video.
500, 600, hit a little bit, got him, hit a little bit, 500 now, see? Hit 500 now, 5.5, hit a little bit, 500 now, 5.5, hit a little bit, 500 bit, 5.5, hit 5.5, hit a little bit, 500 bit now, 5.5, hit a little bit, 500 now, half. I'm 5.5, hit a little bit, 500 now, 5.5, hit a little bit, 500 now, half. I think somebody forgot to turn the internet on. 500, 5.5, hit 5.5, hit a little bit, 500, hit a little bit, 5.5, hit a little bit, 500 now, 5.5,
That's 1,000.
now 6, now half. Hit 600 now, half, hit a little bit, now, half, now 7, now, half, hit a little now. Hit 7, half, hit a little bit, 7, half, now 8, hit a little bit, now, half, hit a little bit, now, and now 9, hit a little bit, now 9, a little bit, number 9, a little bit, 8, half, 9, 9, a little bit, number 9, a little bit, now 9, a little bit, half. So we made 50.
Is the owner here?
Is the owner here on this horse?
They own 1,000. Yeah, I know.
Ma'am. The owner left us a note. They want $1,000 for you. You'll take it? Okay, that's what we needed to know. What's your number, young lady? You got him.
Who's the buyer?
Buyer 450.
450.
Buyer 450. No, they sold it.
Yep, we're good. Bib number 7.
Yep.
If number 7 is Sadie. Sadie will be a good solid mare that a beginner or novice roper could learn a lot from. She's had both ends roped on her, as well as will be good to break away on. She is also a good mare to use outside or hit the trails. They have too many young ones around, so it's time somebody else enjoys her. This mare is 17 years old, 100% sound. She's always ran with the geldings, gets along with everything, absolutely no buck, bite, or kick. Again, 17 years old.
$10, 12 and a half. Hit $10 now, 12 and a half. Hit it to the $10 now, 12 and a half. Hit it to the $10 now, 12 and a half. Hit it to the 12 and a half. $10, 1100. Hit it to the $11 now, 12. Hit it to the 12. 11 now, 12. Hit it to the 12 and the 11 now, 13. Hit it to the 1300. Hit 1300. Hit it to the 13. Hit it to the 12 and now 1300. Hit 12 and the 1300. Hit it to the 12 and the 1300. Pound 12 and the 1300.
You don't got to ride her every day. You can ride her once a year.
Said you ain't got to ride her every day. You can ride her once a year. She's been behind to hold all the IPRA shows.
KPRA shows, she's still sound.
KPRA.
Some kids don't need that mare. They can walk out and find her in the pasture with a piece of bailing twine. If they can get up there, they can ride her back and they'll be safe.
1200, 1300, hit it to the 1300, 12 and now 1300, 1300. I'm 1200, 1300, 1300, 12 and now half, 12 and a half.
13.
Now 14, hit it to the 1400, hit 1300, now 1400, 1400, 1300, now 1400. Yeah. So we're on the net 1300.
You got her, Kale. 10010 10010 buys. Is that number 9?
Give number 9. I came right along with that Mary let in earlier. Same deal. Owner's gone to assisted living. This horse has been turned out in a trap with a hay feeder all summer. He'll be gentle to be around, be mid to upper teens.
550, 60, I'm going to go 75, get a little bit now 6, 75 now 6, 75 now 6, I'm 575, 6, get a little bit, 75 now 6, I'm going to say, yep, 575, 6, I'm going to go 575, 6, 600, hey, yeah, 575, pay on 600 on 1.
What's the number?
9. Oh, 6.
If number 6 is an 8-year-old gelding, been hog hunting on him, been ranch ridden, and will be sound. 8 years old.
12 and a half, 1500. Hit 12 and a half, 1500. 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 13 and a half, 13 and a half. Hit 13 and a half, 12 and a half, 13 and a half, 13 and a half. And now 14 and a half, 14 and a half, 13 and a half, now 14 and a half. Hit 14 and a half, 13 and a half, now 14 and a half, 14 and a half. Cute little horse, guys. 13 and a half, 14 and a half, 14 and a half, 14 and a half, 13 and a half, now 14 and a half. I'm 14 and a half, 14 and a half, I am 14 and a half. 13 and a half, 14 and a half, now 15 and a half, 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 now 16 and a half, 16 and a half, internet, yeah, 16 and a half, I'm 16 and a half, internet, there's a cute horse, 16 and a half, I'm 15 and a half, now 17 and a half, 17 and a half, 17 and a half, 17 and a half, Charlie leading around, now 18 and a half, 18 and a half, I'm 18 and a half, 17 and a half, now 18 and a half, 18 and a half, 18 and a half, internet, 18 and a half, 18 and a half, I am. So it's 17 and a half, 391.
If number 10 is going to be a 10-year-old gelding, gentle and been used in the feed yard.
Said he's got new iron on, he's not good for anybody. $1,000 at 12 and a half. This time I got him. $1,000 now 12 and a half. $1,000 now 1,100. $11 here. Yes, and now 12. Now 13. 13. 12 and now 13. 1300. And now 1,400. Now 1,500. 1,800. 1,400. Now 1,500. 1,500. 1,400. Now $1,500 here. 1,500. 1,400. Now 1,500. I'm $1,500 here to the $1,400 now 1,500. Yes, sir. Now 16. Now 17. 17. It's 17. 16. Now 17. 16. Now 17 here. I am. So deep 1,600. Skeeter.
Got a number?
5. Give him a number.
301. 301 Skeeter.
Okay. Perfect. Trying about that.
Skip number 12 is Rodeo. Rodeo's going to be a great paint gelding, got great manners. He was used in a sale barn to pen cattle. Load, stands tied, easy to catch.
8 and a half, 9 and a half, 10, 9 and a half, 12 years young, 8 and a half, 9 and a half, and now 10 and a half, 9 and a half, now 10 and a half, 10 and a half, 9 and a half, 10 and a half, it's 10 and a half, 9 and a half, 10 and a half, 10 and a half, I'm 9 and a half, 10 and a half, 10 and a half, 9 and a half, now 10, it's 10, 10, I'm 9, 15, 10, now 10, I'm $1,000, I'm $1,000, $9 here I have. So we 950, 301.
Say 13? It's a gelding, right?
The 9-year-old gelding, been trail ridden, safe, gentle, anyone can ride.
So he'll be gentle, anybody, you can ride him down, the only reason he's hurt, the gentleman owns him, needs to buy a tank of propane. 12 and a half, 1,500, 1,500, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 13 and a half, it's 13 and a half, 13 and a half, 12 and a half, 13 and a half, it's 13 and a half, 12 and a half, 13 and a half, 13 and a half, I'm 12 and a half, 13 and a half. You'll be able to ride him tomorrow, 12 and a half, 13 and a half. It's 13 and a half, 12 and a half, 13 and a half, 12 and a half, 13 and a half. It's 13 and a half, 12 and a half, 13 and a half, 15 and a half now, 16 and a half, now 17 and a half. It's 17 and a half, 16 and a half, now 17 and a half, 17 and a half, 17 and a half, 16 and a half, 17 and a half, 16 and a half, 301.
If number 14 has a video and it's up now. This is Raspberry Road, a 2012 model registered Jockey Club gelding. He's by Bellamy Road. He's out of the mare Marva Jean, who's by West. Again, a 2012 model. This horse has recently been used by a 10-year-old girl on the barrels, and for years was used as a trail horse in the hills of Montana by an older woman. They don't use Raz much anymore and are looking to find him a loving home. That video on the screen is after 4 months of being off in a hard capped off arena. Gentle, 16 hands, and a former race winner. They said he's a smooth, easy ride. You watch that little girl ride him in the video.
Be safe and gentle now. 8 and a half, 9 and a half, 8, 9 and a half, 8 and a half, 9 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 and a half, 8 and a half, 900, so we made 59 now, half, 59 and a half, 9 and a half, 59 and a half, 59 and a half, 9 and a half, 59 and a half, 59 and a half, Sold him 900, put him on 390.
If number 15 is going to be Gypsy Cutter Barbie, a 2012 model AQHA mare. She's by YB Caprock Colonel, by Paging Dr. James, by Peppy Sam Badger. She is out of a daughter of Tari's Judge by Doc Tari. 2012 model.
This mare, head horse deluxe.
She said this mare is a head horse deluxe.
Anybody in here can ride her. She's sound. She's gentle.
Anybody in here can ride her. She'll be sound. She'll be gentle.
If you don't need a rope horse, you just want to ride, she'll be the one to
She
take
said
her.
if you don't even rope and you just want one to ride that's big and pretty and yellow, there she is.
And good bread.
And well bred to boot.
Fancy mare right there, guys. 3,500, $4,000. Hit it at 3,500 now, $4,000. Hit it at 3,500 now, 4. I'm 3,500 now, 7.5. Hit it now, 6, 7. Hit it at 36 now, 7. Hit 37. I'm going to take it now, 700 here. I'm 3,600 now, 700, 800, 38 now, 9, 39, 38, 9. I'm going to go 9 a bit now, 9 now, 4. And now 1. Hit it now, 2. Hit it at 42 out here. 41, 2. Hit it at now, 2. Hit 42, hit to the one of the now, hit to the middle of the arm of the now, hit to the hit 41, 2, hit to the middle of the arm of the now, hit to the 2, and now 3, 43, ma'am, now 4, sir, you're out again, 44, hit 43, now 4, I'm gonna bump 43, now 4, to the 5, hit 45, ma'am, I'm gonna bump now 6, hit to the now 7, hit 47, now 8, hit to the 48, hit to the 78, hit, you said that before, 47, 8, I'm 47 now, hit to the 48.
Broken gentle means anything. That mare, that little girl rode her everywhere. She's safe. She's good colored, good breed.
Whoever gets her in the morning will love her.
You'll absolutely love her when you get her home. 47, 8. Yep, 48, 8, now, 48, 8. Sold her 4,700 right over there. 461, here's them papers.
If number 17 is Truck, a big, shapy gelding that they think has a very bright future if given the chance. He's been ridden outside. It's a big country. They think would make a big-time head horse or even a pickup horse. This gelding will be 6 years old. He'll stand all of 15.3, be 100% sound in every way, up to date all the way around, plenty of eye appeal, and just a 6-year-old.
2,500, 27.5. Hit 2,500 now, 7.5. Hit 2,500 now, 7.5. Hit 2,500 now, 6. Hit 26. Hit 2,500 now, 26. Hit 6. Hit 2,500 now, 2,600. I'm 2,500, 2,600 now, 7. Hit 7. I'm 2,600, 700. Hit 2,600 now, 700 here. I'm 2,600 now, 700 here. Hit 27. I'm 26, 7. Hit 27. I'm 7.
That's not a bad horse. He's not a mean horse. He's sound. A-OK in every way. If he had any kind of job at all, it's hard to tell what he might be worth. But he is A-OK in every way.
He said he'd be okay in every way, guys. And there's a nice big square made young horse. 2,600, 2,700. Hit it to the 7. Who said yeah? Now 8. Hit it to the 28. Hit it to the 7, 8. Hit 28. Hit it to the 7 now. 8. Hit it to the 28. 8. Internet, you're out 27, 8. I'm 28. Hit it to the I'm going to 7 now. 8. I'm going to 8. 27, 8. Hit it to the I'm going to 8. 28. Something 27. Half pretty much, or 2,700 pretty much. 600 on 2.
That's 16.
16.
If number 16 is going to be Ms. Cadillac Deluxe, be a 2009 model quarter mare by Mr. Cadillac Cash, by TKS Bill's Misty Dunn, by Bill's Class. She's out of a daughter of a Royal Lux by Royal Harp. Again, she is a 2009 model mare, a finished ranch horse, and she'll be broke for anyone.
Broke mare right there. 2,000.
2022 and a half. Hit 2000 now, 2.5. Hit another 2000 now, 2.5. Hit another 2000 now, 2.5. Hit another 2000 now, 2.5. Hit 22 and a half. 1, 2. Hit another 21 now, 2. Hit 22. Hit another one of their papers in hand. 21, 2. Hit 22. Hit another one of them now, 2. Hit another one of them now, 2. I'm 22. Hit another one of them now, 2. Hit another one of them now, 2. Hit 21 now, 2. Hit another one of them now, 2. Hit another 22. Hit another one of them now, 2. 22. He's the one of the middle of the day, he was the one of the midnight day. 22, he was the one of the midnight day, he was the one of the midnight day. I'm 22, I have number 2100, 301. Cheers.
Thank you. Hit number 18 is Buck. He'll be a 15 to 18-year-old gelding. He's gentle and safe to be around. He's going to run off with no funny business after being turned out for long periods of time. He used Buck in ranch rodeos, doctored cattle on him several years ago. They said this horse can get sore if he's used hard. He spent the last 5 years turned out for the most part. Again, he'll be 15 to 18 years old.
1,517 and a half. 1,500 now, 17, 16 now, 17. 1,700. 1,600 now, 17 now, 18, 18 now, 19, 19 now, 2 down over here now, 1, 21. And now 2, 3, 23, 4, and now 5, 25, 4, and now 5, number 5. I'm 24, 5, 5, now 6, 7, 27. I'm 2,600, 700, down 700, and now 8, 28, number 8, 28, 27, now 8, number 8. I'm 27, 8, 700. And now 9, 29, 28, 9. Now 3, now 3,000, 29, now 3,000, 3. Yes, 3,000, 29, now 3,000, now 3,000, right. Sold 2,900, you got a number? 302, 302.
Nobody listens to me yet. Nobody listens. Say nobody listens. What's the number?
Yeah, number 19 is Jack Black. He is a 3-year-old gelding with a great start on him. He's been ridden outside. He loves good collected circles in the barn. Very gentle, no funny business. Here is a good young prospect to go on with. 100% sound and just 3 years old.
Cute little young horse right here now. Said it'd be good to shoe. Said you can leave him off for a week or so and he ain't gonna hump up with you either, guys. There's a good young 3-year-old horse. 22 and a half, 2,500. Hit 22 and a half, 5. Hit 22 and a half, 5. Hit 22 and a half, 5. 25. I'm 22 and a half, 5. Hit 25 and a half, 5. Hit 25 and a half, 5. Hit 22 and a half, 5.
Nice little young horse there.
2,300. Now 400. Is that what you said? 23 for it. I'm 23 now. 4 on the bed. I'm going to bump over the 3 on the bed now. 4. I'm 24. He's on the 3 on the bed now. 4 on the 24. I'm going to bump 3 for it. Hit 24. I'm going to bump 3 and a half. 4 and a half. Hit the 24 and a half. 24. Hit the 3 and a half. Now 4 on the bed. I'm going to bump 4. And now half. And now 5. Hit the 25. 24 and a half. Now 5 on the bed. Now half. Hit the 25. 5 and a half. I'm 25. 5 and a half. Hit the 25 on the bed. Now 5 and a half. Yeah. Sold 2,500. Hey, what was that number?
It's special. $20, is that right?
And number 20 is TLJ Ribbon Pine Bar, be a 2015 model quarter gelding. He's by It's Sunny Pine Bar, by Sunny's Billy D Bar, by Sunny D Bar. He is out of a daughter of Mighty Man Odo by Mighty Man Feature. Again, he is 2015 model, a big stout horse. He's been ridden in the feed yard when he was younger, just been sitting in the pasture the last couple of years. He'll be 100% sound and ready to go back to work, 10 years old.
Nice big horse there now. 18 and a half, $2,000, hit it at 18 and a half, now 19 and a half, hit it at 19 and a half. I'm 18 and a half, 19 and a half, hit it at 19 and a half, hit it at 19 and a half. Hit 19 and a half, hit it at 18 and a half, now 19 and a half, hit it at 19 and a half. Papers in hand, 19 and a half, hit it at 18 and a half. Registered 10 years old, hit it at 18 and a half, 19 and a half. Hit 19 and a half, hit it at 19 and a half. Hit 19 and a half, 18 and a half, 19 and a half. I'm 19 and a half, hit it at 19 and a half, hit it at 18 and a half, now 19 and a half here. Hit 19 and a half, hit it at 19 and a half, hit it at 18 and a half, now 19 and a half. I'm 19 and a half, hit it at 18 and a half, now 19 and a half, hit it at 19 and a half. There's a horse ain't costing a lot.
Been running out over for quite a while, and them boys went back to riding. That horse wouldn't take that ride.
18 and a half, 19 and a half, hit it at 19 and a half, hit it at 18 and a half, now 19 and a half, hit it at 19 and a half, here I have 19 and a half. It's only 18.50. 4 on 65.
I just caught that. It took me a minute. Ernie, no hand motion? I don't think it's the same.
Hey buddy, it's like this.
Go slide. Go slide.
Hit number 21 is Reno, a 15-year-old, 15 one-hand ranch gelding. Black as a 20-foot hole, broke as a horse in front of Walmart. He'll be gentle every day. He's been used for all aspects of ranch work. Look, I'm just reading the footnote here. All right?
Nice big horse.
17 and a half, $2,000, hit it at 17 and a half, two. Hit 17 and a half, now two. Hit it at $2,000, hit it at 17 and a half, now $2,000, hit it at two. Hit 17 and a half, two. Hit it at $2,000, hit it at 17 and a half, 18 and a half. 18 and a half, hit it at 18 and a half, hit it at 7, now 19 and a half, hit it at now 2,000 and a half, 1 and a half. You're out, Randy, 21 and a half. Hit 21 and a half, hit it at 2,000 and a half, 1 and a half. Hit 21 and a half, hit it at 2,000 and a half, 1 and a half.
He's absolutely dog gentle.
Said he'll absolutely be dog gentle.
Yeah, they were using him in as a charro horse before we got him. I took him home for a specific client. He's just too tall. But good, honest, nice horse.
20 and a half, 21 and a half. Hit 20 and a half, 1 and a half. Hit it at 21 and a half. Hit it at 20 and a half. Now 1 and a half. Hit it at 21 and a half. Hit it at 20 and a half. 1 and a half. Hit 20 and a half, 21 and a half. Hit it at 20 and a half. Now 1 and a half. I have sold him 20, 50, 4, 4, 5.
Thank you.
I'm sorry? Do that one, I believe, the bay horse. 22.
Hit number 22.
Yep. Whoop, got turned on. Looks better.
If number 22 is Dutch, he'll be a smooth-mouthed gelding. He's a been there, done that type that is really gentle and well-built to ride. One hand broke, point him in any direction and go. If you want one for the beginners, he will be absolutely safe and sane. A good gentle gelding, safe for anyone.
I know where that horse came from over there by Amsterdam. That horse is a finished calf horse.
That horse is a finished calf horse.
I asked Shader to ride him. He said his kids all learned to rope calves.
His kids all learned to rope calves off that horse.
He just wasn't fast enough to walk, but a good calf.
Yes,
So he sure enough be a good calf. 1,100, 1,200, 1,100 now, 1,200 down, 1,100 now, 12, 1,100 down, 1,100 down, 1,11, 12, 11, 12, 1,100 12, 1,100 now, 12, 1,100 now, 12, 1,100 12, 1,100 now, 12, 1,100 12, 1,100 now, 12, 1,100 12, hit 12, 1,100 12, 1,100 now, 12, 1,100 12, 11, 12, gentle, gentle, and safe. 1,100, 1,200, hit 11, 12, hit 12, hit 12,
He's smooth mouth.
smooth
I
mouth.
don't know.
1,100, 1,200, hit 11, 12, 11, 12, hit 1,200, 1,100, 12, now 13, hit 13, 12, 13. That horse right there is worth every ounce in gold.
She'll teach your kid more $1,200 worth of riding. I'm a $3,000 son of Satan, and then
Yeah.
Find this.
1,200, 1,300, hit a little bit, 1,300, hit 13, a little bit, 12, and now 13, a little bit, 13, a little bit, 12, and now 13, a little bit, 13, a little bit, right out. 12, 13, now 14, a little bit, 1,400, hit 14, a little bit, 13, and now 14, a little bit, 1,400, hit 14, 15, a little bit, 15, a little bit, 1,500, hit 1,500, a little bit, 14, and now 15, a little bit, 1,500, hit 1,500, 14. 1,500, so be 1,400. What's your number, Albert? 455.
I got you.
If number 24 is an 11-year-old gelding. He's been ridden a lot in the feed yard. This good gelding will be gentle and broke for just about anyone to ride. 11 years old.
Be a nice horse. 2,022 and a half, I'm gone. Hit a little bit, 2 coming down, 2 and a half. And now 5, now 7 and a half. Hit a little bit, 47 and a half, now 3. Now 2 and a half, 32 and a half. Hit a little bit, 3 coming down, 2 and a half. 3 coming down, 2 and a half. Hit a little bit, 32 and a half. Hit a little bit, 3 coming down, 2 and a half. Hit 32 and a half. Hit a little bit, 3 coming down, 2 and a half. Be just the way Dale says he is, too. 3,032 and a half. 1, 2, now 3, Jonah. You're out again. 33. Hit a little bit, now 3. I'm 33. Hit a little bit, now 3. 32, now 3. Now 3. Hit 33, now 4. I'm now 5. Hit a little bit, 35. Jonah, I'm going to bump 5. I'm 34, 5. Hit a little bit, 5. Hit a little bit, 4. Now 5. I'm going to bump 5. Hit 34, 5. I'm going to bump 5. Hit a little bit, 34, now 5. I'm now 6. And now 7. You're out again. Hit a little bit, 37. And now 8, and now 9, and a little bit 39, hit 39, and a little bit down there, a little bit 38 down there, 39, and a little bit down there, a little bit down there, a little bit 38, 9, 9, 4, and a little bit 4,000, and now 1, and a little bit 41, and a little bit 4,000, now 1, hit 41, and a little bit 4,000, now 1, a little bit out. So 4,000, put him on 301.
Get you all fancy. You and your technology yet.
Yeah.
25.
If number 25 is going to be a 14-year-old gelding. Gelding? Mare. 14-year-old mare, sorry. Runs the barrels and the poles, been ridden English, and has been shown over fences. Super, super sweet and 14 years old. I watched it. I didn't get a chance to get the videos up there, but I watched the video. You talk about one that'll jump a course with the knees that you want. There she is. Auto change, and she does it all.
Man, seen her here in the city when you get a winter. His little girl running the barrels and the poles on her, and she goes over every English jump.
She'll go over all the English jumps, and the little girl was running the barrels and the poles on her also.
So cute.
Sound don't limp. 12 and a half, 1,500. Hit 12 and a half, 1,500 here. Hit a little bit, 12 and a half, hit a little bit, 1,500, 12 and a half, hit a little bit, 1,500. Hit 12 and a half, 1,500 here. Hit a little bit, 12 and a half, 1,500, 13 and a half. Hit 13 and a half, hit a little bit, 12 and a half, 13 and a half. Hit 13 and a half, hit a little bit, 12 and a half, hit a little bit, 13 and a half. I'm 12 and a half, 13 and a half, hit a little bit, 13 and a half, hit a little bit, 12 and a half, 13 and a half. 13 and a half, hit a little bit, 12 and a half, hit a little bit, 13 and a half, hit a little bit, 12 and a half, 13 and a half. I out.
Yep.
Now 14 and a half. Hit 14 and a half. Hit a little bit, 14 and a half. Hit a little bit, 13 and a half. Now 14 and a half. Hit 14 and a half. Hit a little bit, 13 and a half. Now 14 and a half. Hit a little bit, 14 and a half. I'm 14 and a half. Hit a little bit, 13 and a half. Now 14 and a half. I out. Sold her on the internet, $13.50.
Send her to Texas, $99.90. $99.90. You'll like her.
26.
I'm noteless.
What do you got here, young man?
She'll be 15, 16 years old. It's a good trail horse.
15 or 16 years old, be a good trail horse. He'd be a family horse, huh? There's a cute mare. Killed him, that's even better. 1,500, 17 and a half. Hit 1,500 now, 17 and a half. Hit a little bit, 1,500 now, 17 and a half. It's 17 and a half. Hit a little bit, 17 and a half. Hit a little bit, 1600. It's 1600. Hit a little bit, 1600. I'm 1600 here. Hit a little bit, 1600. It's 1600. Hit a little bit, 1600. It's $1,600 here. Hit a little bit, there's a cute little gilded, 1500 and 1600. It's $1,600 here. Hit a little bit, 1500 and 1600. It's 1600. Hit a little bit, 1500. Watch that young lady ride that horse. Every time she asks, he automatically turns. There's a better horse than that. 1500, 1600. It's 1600. Hit a little bit, 1600. It's 1600. It's only 1500 for on 65.
You have to practice the sliding.
You got to practice the slide.
It's not very good at that.
27.
Bib number 27 is Mac. He's a 9-year-old gelding that will know what a day's work is. He has seen some rough country as well as been used in the pens. He's a nice horse to be around, 15 hands tall, 100% sound, up to date all around, and 9 years old.
1500, 17 and a half. Yeah, 1500 now, 17 and a half. Hit a little bit, 17 and a half. Hit a little bit, 17 and a half. Hit a little bit, 1600. It's 1600. Hit a little bit, 1600. It's 1600 here. Hit a little bit, 1600. I'm now 17. Hit a little bit, 17. And now 18. Hit a little bit, 1800. Now, look at the 1800. 1800. Now 1900. 1900, 1800, now 1900, it'll be a 1900, 1800, now 1900, I'm 1800, now 1900, 1900, 1800, now 1900, 1900, 1800, over now 1900, cute little bay horse, and 1800, now 1900, here I have. Gentle sound, got new iron on all the way around. 1800, 1900, 1900. It's only 1800, ma'am. That number is 428.
428. Dashing Zora, right?
Yep, number 28. This is AMR Dashing Zora. She'll be a 21 model quarter mare. She's by AMR Keys of Poco Jet, by Perkin Bulks, by the Great Dash for Perks. She is out of a daughter of Awesome Cougarand by Cougarand. Again, she's just a 21 model. This is the mare we put a video up of on Facebook this afternoon. You didn't get a chance to get her advertised, but you can talk about a little girl horse.
Good for anybody. We've used her bunch, drug caps on her. We've caught some yearlings on her.
They've used her a bunch, drug caps, caught yearlings on her.
We've shipped on her everywhere like she's.
She's been used, guys, at just 4 years old.
2500, 27 and a half. Hit 2500 now, 7 and a half. Hit a little bit, 2500 now, 7 and a half. Hit a little bit, 27 and a half. I'm 25, 7 and a half. Hit a little bit, 5 and a half. 7 and a half. Hit a little bit, 5 and a half. 7 and a half. I'm 27 and a half. Hit a little bit, 3. Hit a little bit, 3000. I'm 27 and a half now, 3. I'm going to 3, 7 and a half. 7 and a half now, 3. Hit 27 and a half, 8 and a half. Hit a little bit, 28 and a half. I'm 27 and a half, 8 and a half. Hit a little bit, 8 and a half here. Hit 28 and a half. Hit a little bit, 7 and a half now, 8 and a half. Hit a little bit, 8 and a half. I'm 27 and a half, 8 and a half, 8 and a half, 8 and a half, now 9 and a half, 29 and a half, 8 and a half, your man's out, 8 and a half, 9 and a half, 28 and a half, now 9 and a half, 8 and a half, now 9 and a half, 8 and a half, now 9 and a half, no, you're out. 28 and a half, 29. Okay, hit a little bit, 28 and a half, now 9 and a half. Hit 29 and a half, hit a little 8 and a half, now 9 and a half, hit a little bit, 29 and a half. Hit 29 and a half, hit a little 8 and a half, now 9 and a half, now 3,000 and a half. And now 1 and a half, now 2 and a half, 32 and a half, 3 and a half, and now 4 and a half. Hit 34 and a half, 5 and a half, and now 6 and a half, hit a little bit, now 7 and a half. Hit now 8 and a half, hit a little bit, 38. Look at Brooklyn. 38 and a half, now 9 and a half, 39 and a half, 38 and a half, now 9 and a half, a little bit, 39 and a half, a little 8 and a half, now 9 and a half, a little bit, 9 and a half. So we're 38 and a half, put on 301.
Thank you.
Hip number 29 is Captain. He is a 3-year-old gelding with all the look and all the want to. He's been started good. He really wants to move his feet, would make a good feedlot or ranch prospect. 100% sound, and he's just 3.
22 and a half, 5, hit a little bit, 25, hit a little bit, 2 and a half, 5, hit a little bit, 22 and a half, 5, hit 25, hit a little bit, 2 and a half, 5, hit a little bit, 5, hit a little bit, 2 and a half, 5, hit a little bit, 5, I'm 22 and a half, 5, hit a little bit, 5, hit a little bit, 3 and a half, hit 23 and a half, hit a little bit, 2 and a half, 3 and a half, hit a little bit, 23 and a half.
Same deal as last one. He's never bucked. He's scared of people, but he's never bucked.
Said he ain't never bucked. 22 and a half, 3 and a half, hit 23 and a half, hit a little bit, 2 and a half, now 3 and a half, hit a little bit, 2 and a half, now 3 and a half, hit a little bit, 3 and a half. I'm 22 and a half, now 3 and a half, hit a little bit, 3 and a half, hit a little bit, 2 and a half, now 3 and a half. I'm 23 and a half, hit a little bit, 2 and a half, now 3 and a half. Here I have. So did 22. Oops, if you don't want to do that.
This is hip number 30 million. Her video is up now. She is a 2018 model quarter pony mare. She stands 13 two hands and got all the shape. The girls have ridden her on the trails. They started her lightly on the poles and the barrels would make a handy little ranch horse. Watch that video.
100% sound. She's not for little bitty kids because she's a little ranch.
100% sound, not for the little bitty kids because she's handy,
But anybody can ride.
but anybody can ride.
Old Millie's like me, she got her some shape. $2,000, 2 and a half. Hit now 5, hit a little bit, 25, hit a little bit, 2 and a half, now 5, hit a little bit, 5, hit a little bit, 2 and a half, 5. Hit 2 and a half, 25, hit a little bit, 2 and a half, now 5, hit a little bit, 2 and a half, 5. Hit 22 and a half, 3, 4, hit a little bit, 24, I'm going to bump 3, little bit, now 4, a bit here. Hit 23, now 4, I'm going to bump over a bit, 3, little bit, now 4. I'm 24, hit a little bit, now 5, hit a little bit, now 6, now 7. Hit 27, now 8, hit a little bit, 28, 8, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 3. Hit $3,000 now 1, and a little bit 31, and a little bit $3,000 now 1. Hit $3,000 now 1, and a little bit 1, and a little bit $3,000 now 1. Hit $3,000 now 1, and a little bit now 2, hit a little bit 32. Hit 31 now 2, a little bit now 2, now 3. I'm 33, hit a little bit now 3, a little bit 32 now 3. 33, hit a little bit 3, a little bit now 3, a little bit. Hit 32 now 3, a little bit. I'm gonna bump 2, a little bit now 3, a little bit 33. I'm 32, 3, 3, a little bit. I'm gonna bump 2, a little bit now 3, a little bit. I am 32, 3. So we're 3,200. Put her on 4 4s 2, 4 4 2. Goodbye right there, my friend.
Hip number 31 will be the next one in the door. Here we go. SF Rico Gold be a 2016 model quarter gelding by Rico King Hancock by Ron Ambrose by Blue Valentine out of a daughter of Blue Peppy by Beppy Sand Badger, and again a 2016 model, 15 one hands and full made. Again, by a son of Ron Ambrose, out of a 2-eyed red buck bred mare. He rides everywhere, ropes, mounted shooting, and he does know all the reining maneuvers. He is a fun horse to ride. He is going to require maintenance if you plan to show him.
You got 42 and a half money.
42 and a half, 5, hit a little bit, 45, hit a little bit, 2 and a half, now 5, hit a little bit, 45. Hit 42 and a half, 5, hit a little bit, 42 and a half, now 5, hit a little bit, 2 and a half, now 5. Hit 42 and a half, 3 and a half, hit a little bit, 43 and a half. I'm 42 and a half, now 3 and a half, hit a little bit, 43 and a half, hit a little bit, 2 and a half, now 3 and a half. Hit 43 and a half, hit a little bit, 2 and a half, now 3 and a half, hit a little bit, 2 and a half, now 3 and a half. I'm 42 and a half, 3 and a half, hit a little bit, 3 and a half, hit a little bit, 2 and a half, now 3 and a half. 42 and a half, 3 and a half, hit a little bit, 3 and a half, hit a little bit, 2 and a half, 3 and a half, hit a little bit, 2 and a half, now 3 and a half.
We didn't come 11 hours to lie to anybody. I put on there and needs a little maintenance because you need to shoot him right. And he's long. We did his hocks in the spring when I got him. The girls have rode him in all the ranch rodeo or at the ranch horse shows and did the ranch reining, the ranch cutting, the whole 9 yards. Anybody can ride him, put him wherever you want, but we didn't come. I didn't want to say he's 100% because he's not. Good honest horse, I give 12,000 for him. We're gonna sell him if he does 42 or 42,500.
42 and a half, 5, 45, 2 and a half now, 5, 42 and a half now, 3 and a half, 43 and a half. Yep, 42 and a half, 2 and a half now, 3 and a half, 43 and a half. High. Sold him 42, 50.
445.
445.
Short arms.
Field number 32 is going to be Stormy Hancock Cash, BH21 model gelding. By Hancock Hot Cash, by Humbug Hancock, by Heck No Hancock. He's out of a daughter of Rafter L. Stormy by Dusty's Blue Haven 73. Again, just a 21 model. This 4-year-old is going to be gentle every time you saddle him. He's been ridden a lot in the feed yard. He's roped a handful out of the box as well. A very nice colt, and he will be very cowy.
I'll probably not get on here but once today. Dennis said he's sound, he's gentle. He said I keep him there in the stall. He saddles him up, said he eases him over to the side because it's harder for him to get on, get right on him. Works the cow good. Whatever he tells you, you get a barn guarantee. Won't be no problems of no kind. Good young horse.
The good man. Come on, I'll give you 6,000 for it.
6,000, 7,000. $7,000 here. It's $6,000 now, $7,000 here. It's 6,500. Now 7. He's 6,500 now, 7 now 5. It's 75. It's $7,000 now, 5. 1, 2. 72.
That horse cost 7,100 or 27,000. You'll like it. You'll be broke. Be like Dennis Gray.
Coming off a good man.
Always gentle.
And always gentle. 71, 72. 4 years old, 71 now 2. It's 72. It's 71 now 2. I'm 72. Here. It's 71 You'll be able to ride him tomorrow also. 71, 2, 72, 3, it's 73, 4 now, 5, 75, 6, 76, I'm 75, 76, it's 76, you want in here, Steger, 75 now, 6, I'm 75 now, 6, minimum 75 now, 6, minimum 6, 75, 76, sold it, 7,500, minimum number 464, here's in paper.
And number 33 is going to be a 10-year-old giraffe cross, been trail ridden.
$1,000, 12 and a half. $12 and a half. $12 and a half. $12 and a half. $8,000 now, 12 and a half. $1,000, 1,100. $11 minimum. $1,000 now, $1,500. $1,000 now, $1,100 here. $1,000 now, $1,100. $1,000 now, $1,100. $8,000 now, $1,100. $1,000 now, $1,100. I'm $1,000, $1,100. $1,000 now, $1,100. Big crossbred horse there ain't costing much. $1,000, 1,100. $8,000 now, 1,100. $8,000 now, 1,100. $1,100 now, 1,100. $1,100. $1,100. $1,000 for on 65.
Hip number 34, please watch that video while I'm talking to you. This is Captain. He's in his 20s. They said he was registered, but they never got his papers. Going to stand around 15.3. They bought him when their son wanted to start roping. He is the perfect beginner head horse. He's going to put you exactly where you need to be. He is sweet as can be. He is easy to haul and handle. He loves attention, easy to trim and catch. Anyone can ride him. They've pasture roped and drug bulls with him. This gelding is very laid back, but he knows his job when you back him into the box. The first year their son roped, he got his team to the top 15 in the state. Pistols decided to switch to heeling and the rest of the kids ride bulls, so Captain's out of a job. And if you've got a kid that is serious about learning how to rope, your horse is in the ring right now. Watch the video.
$12, 12 and a half. Hit it to the end, $12 down, 12 and a half. Hit $12 down, 12 and a half. Hit it to the end, $12 down, 12 and a half. Hit it to the end, $12 down, 12 and a half. Now 1,500. Hit 12 and a half, 1,500. Hit it to the end, 12 and a half. Now 1,500. 12 and a half, 15.
Yes.
Become local.
Yeah.
Right away and hold it over. Junior high rodeos,
He is a rope horse, a real one.
12 and a half, 13 and a half. Hit 13 and a half. Hit it to the end, 12 and a half. Hit it to the end, 13 and a half. Hit it to the end, 12 and a half. Now 13 and a half. Hit it to the end, 13 and a half. Hit 13 and a half. Hit it to the end, 12 and a half. Hit it to the end, 13 and a half. Hit it to the end, 13 and a half. 12 and a half, 13 and a half. Hit it now 14 and a half. Hit 14 and a half. Hit it to the end, 13 and a half. Now 14 and a half. Hit it to the end, 14 and a half. 14 and a half. Hit it to the end, 13 and a half. Now 15 and a half. Hit it to the end, 15 and a half. Hit 15 and a half. Hit it to the end, 15 and a half. Man, mom, hit it to the end, 15 and a half. Hit now 16 and a half. Hit it to the end, 16 and a half. Hit 16 and a half. Hit it to the end, 15 and a half. Now 16 and a half. Hit it down 17 and a half. Hit 17 and a half. Hit it to the end, 16 and a half. Now 17 and a half. Hit it to the end, 17 and a half. 16 and a half. 17 and a half. Now 18 and a half. Now 18 and a half. Hit it to the 18 and a half. Hit it to the 18 and a half. 18 and a half. Hit it to the 18 and a half. Hit it to the 17 and a half. Now 18 and a half. Now 19 and a half. Hit it to the end. Now 2,000 and a half. Hit 2,000 and a half. But we hit it to the end. 2,000 and a half. 19 and a half. 2,000 and a half. Hit it to the end. 2,000 and a half. 2,000 and a half. It's only 19.15. That's 466, ain't it?
Better watch it, buddy. That's awful low and it stays low.
I know it was here.
What do you got here?
15-year-old gilded.
15-year-old gilded.
Ruffle his head, heel on it.
Head and heel both ways, honey.
Safe, gentle, for anybody.
Safe and gentle for anybody. One hand broke to ride around her. 17 and a half, $2,000. Hit 17 and a half, 2. Hit it to the 2 and a half, 2 and a half. Hit it to the now 5. Hit it to the 25, now 7 and a half. And now 3. Hit it to the now high 2 and a half. Hit it to the 30 now 5. Hit it to the 5. Hit now 7 and a half. Hit it to the 37 and a half. I'm 35, 7 and a half. Hit it to the 35 now 7 and a half. Hit 35 now 7 and a half. Hit it to the 35 and a bit now 7 and a half. Hit it to the 35 and a bit now 7 and a half. I'm 37 and a half. Hit it to the 35 and a bit. No, now you're all out. I got that young lady way up high. 35, 37 and a half. Hit 37 and a half. Hit 35, now 7 and a half. I'm 35, 7 and a half. Hit 35, now 7 and a half. Broke gentle right there, guys. 35, 6. Hit 36. Hit 35, now 6 and a bit. 35, now 6 and a bit. I'm 36. Hit 36 and a bit. I'm about 5 and a bit. Now 6 and a bit. I have 35, 6. It's only 3,500, man. What's your number? 418.
If number 36 video is up. This is a 7-year-old stand-up gelding. He's been used to team rope, used in the feed yard, and will be well broke. 7 years old. Watch that video.
Hey, horse come out there north and told me, them boys don't speak very good English. They should be in Dave Herman's had to talk in there. That horse is a good horse to rope. No bucks, no home. Saddles up good, rode the feed yard. A lot of steers. That horse goes good.
Watch the video.
5,000 in the money.
5,000, 6,000. Hit it 5,000 now, 6,000 over here. Hit 5,000 now, 6,000 over here. Hit it 52 and a half. Hit it now 5. Hit 55. Hit it now 5 and a bit now 7 and a half. Hit 57 and a half. Hit it now 7 and a half. Hit it now 7 and a half. Hit 57 and a half. Hit it now 7 and a half. Hit it 57 and a half. Logan, you're out. 55, 7 and a half. Hit 57 and a half. Hit it now 7 and a half. Hit it 55, 6 now 7. 7. Now 8. 58,
Logan, I tried.
58 now, 9,
Now we're way out.
59, now 6, 6,000. It's $6,000. I'm on the internet. 59 now, see it. It's $6,000. Case you got in now, 1, and another day, 1. It's 61, and another 1, and another day, 1. 61, he'll be broke. He's your kind. 61, it's 61, and another day, 2. Here now, 3. I'm gonna bump 3. I'm gonna bump 3. I'm 63, 4. I'm gonna bump 64. I'm gonna bump over a bit of the 3 now 4. I'm 64. I'm gonna bump over a bit, young man. And another 64. Now 5. People now 5. I'm gonna bump 5. It's 65. Now 7. I'm gonna bump 65. It's 67. Now 8. It's 68. I'm gonna bump 8. 68. You're gonna wish you had a bit of the 68. It's 67. 8. I'm gonna bump 8. 68, 67, 8, now 9, 69, 69, now 7,000, now you're out to 7,000, it's $7,000, I'm gonna bump the green, now $7,000, into the day, 7, it's $7,000, into the day, the green, now $7,000, into the day, $7,000, I'm gonna bump 7, 6.
Yep.
I promise you. 7,071 now to the day 7,001. It's 7,001 to the day 7,001 to the day 7,001 71. So him on the internet 7,000.
He is Missouri bound. Yeah, can we do that? Yep. Missouri bound. You got him, Logan. Nice horse. 10031. Very nice horse.
Them Missouri guys are pretty knowledgeable.
They are pretty knowledgeable. You're right. Listen.
Bib number 37 is Spud, a super gentle, very well-mannered 15-year-old gelding any level of horseman will enjoy. Great on the trails, always willing to go in any direction you point him at the speed you ask him to go. He will also be a safe horse to take to the town parades and the rodeo grand entries. Going to be the same gentle horse every time you catch him, no buck, bite, or kick. He'll stand 14-3, be 100% sound, 15 years old.
12 and a half to 1,800. It's 12 and a half to 1,800. Hit a little bit, 12 and a half, hit a little bit, 800. It's 12 and a half, 13 and a half, hit a little bit, 13 and a half, hit a little bit, 13 and a half, hit a little bit, 12 and a half, 13 and a half. Now 14 and a half, hit a little bit, 14 and a half. Did you hit a little bit, 14 and a half? Hit 13 and a half, 14 and a half, hit a little bit, 14 and a half, hit a little bit, 13 and a half. Now 14 and a half. I'm 14 and a half, hit a little bit, 14 and a half, hit a little bit, 13 and a half. Now 14 and a half. Hit 14 and a half, hit a little bit, 13 and a half, hit a little bit, 14 and a half, hit a little bit, 14 and a half. I'm 14 and a half, hit a little bit, 13 and a half. Now 14 and a half, hit a little bit, 14 and a half. I'm 14 and a half, hit a little bit, 13 and a half, hit a little bit, 14 and a half, hit a little bit, 14 and a half. So leave 13 to be him on number 458.
Skip number 38 is Lucille. Be a 13-year-old. They pulled a colt off of her this summer, possibly bred to an Appaloosa stud. It was an oops. Gentle, not marish, runs with geldings. She is a grade mare. She's been used on the ranch since she was a 3-year-old. Last couple years, she's just raised foals. She's easy to catch, got a new set of shoes on, and is ready for her new home. 13 years old, possibly bred to an Appaloosa.
$1,000, 12 and a half. Hit $1,000 down, 12. I'm gonna have you and a happy baby, maybe. Hit a little bit, $1,000 down, 12 and a half. Hit a little bit, $1,000 down, 1100. 1,100. Hit a little bit, $1,000 down, 1100. I'm gonna laugh at. Hit $1,000, 1,100. Hit a little bit, $1,000 down, 1100. Hit a little bit, $1,000 down, laugh at. 1,100. Hit a little bit, $1,000 down, 1100. I'm gonna $1,000 down, hit a little bit, $1,000 down, laugh at. Shady said that mare will be super gentle also. 1,100, 1,200, hit it, 1,200 here, 11, 12, said you'll catch her any place there is. She's got softball size saddle tracks in her back, guys. 1100, 1200, one hand broke, 1100, 1200, yeah, 1200, 1100 now, 1200, I'm gonna 1200 now, 1200, I'm gonna 12, 1100 now, 12, 1200 now, 1200 now, 12, yeah, 1100 now, 1200. Anybody can ride her, 1100, 1200, 1100 now, 12, 1100 now, 12, I'm gonna 1100 now, 1200, I have. Silver, 1100 way up high. 458.
Reese, this sale is in South Hutchinson, Kansas. South Hutchinson, Kansas is the location of this sale.
Hip number 39 is HR Joe Frost, B22 model gelding by PC Oakwood Frost, by PC Frosty Rare Bar by Sun Frost, and out of a daughter of Cook and Oak by Cook County. 22 model, they call him Max, a well-started gelding that wants to be a very nice horse.
2500, 7.5. Hit 27.5. Palomino. Hit 2500 now, 7.5. Hit 7.5. Cactus said this horse rides off good outside. He don't know nothing about this hot box. 2500, 27.5. Hit 27.5. Hit 2500 now, 7.5. Hit 2500 now, 7.5. Hit 27.5. Hit 2500 7.5. Hit 2500 now, 7.5. There's a cute registered horse. 2500, 600. Hit 2600. Hit 20. I'm gone. Hit 2500 now, 600. I'm 2500 now, 600 here. Hit 2600. Hit 2500 now, 600. I'm 500 now, 600. I'm 25, 6, 600, 600, I'm 500, 600. Sold him 2500. 473.
What do you have?
7-year-old John Mule. Come off the neighborhood. They had saddled him, you know, they've been turned out.
Be a 7-year-old John Mule. He came off the neighbors.
They had saddled him and rode him at one point.
They did saddle him and rode him at one point, but he's been turned out for a little bit.
Cute.
100 and a quarter, 100 and a half. Hey, 100 and a quarter, 100 and a half. 100 and a quarter now, half. 100 and a quarter now, half, 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 half. 100 and a quarter now, half. 100 and a quarter, 100 and a half. 100 and a quarter now, half. 100 and a quarter, 100 and a half. 100 and a half. Yeah, 100 and a quarter, 100 and a half. 100 and a quarter now, half, 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 half. 100 and a quarter now, half. 100 and a quarter, 100 and a half here now, 75. Gonna be 175, it'll be 60 now, 70, I'm gonna go 170, 170, internet, 160, 70, I'm now 80, 180, 180, 180, 190, 190, 190, 190, 190, it'll be in now 2, it'll be 2, it'll be I'm gonna bump 2, hit 2, you're out over there, Mr. $200 now, 10, it'll be 2, 10, hit 2, 10 now, 25, it'll now 25, it'll be 10 now, 25, I'm 2, 10, 25, it'll be 25, it'll be 10, it'll be now 25. Bye out 210. He's your time. It'll be now 25. Bye out. Sold him 210. Put him on number 454. 454.
If number 41 is going to be a 16-year-old trail horse and gentle.
450, 500, 450 now, 500, 450 now, 5. I'm 450, 500, 450 now, 500, 450 now, 500, 450 now, 75. Yep, 450, 75, 75, 450 now, 75. I'm 450, 75, 75, 75, 450 now, 75, 75. Yep, 450, Pony price, 450, 75, now 5, ma'am, you want back in 500, 500 here, it's 75 now, 500, I'm gonna bump 500, sold it for 75, put it on number 437.
Should have a set of papers coming in.
42 is the one to get. Wow, 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 wow.
This is JLR Living the Dream. He is a 22 model quarter gelding, an own son of the great PF Primo by MH Supremo, out of an own daughter of He's a Secret Agent. Again, he is a 22 model. They call him Dreamy. He is fancy and he has been shown in halter, earning the title of Congress Champion, AQHA points, and a third place finish at the World Show. He has been started under saddle. He is 100% sound in every way. An exceptional gelding, again, by the multiple world and Congress champion P.F. Primo, out of a producing daughter of Secret Agent.
There's a whale of a baby right there. Come on, about 6,500. 3,500, $4,000. Hit a liberty at 3,500 now for it. Hit 3,500 now for it. Hit a liberty at 4,000 liberty at 3,500 now, $4,000. Hit a liberty at 3,500 now for it. Hit 3,500 now, 7.5. Hit a liberty at 37.5. Hit a liberty at 500 now, 7.5. Hit 37.5. Hit a liberty at 35 now, 7.5. Hit a liberty at 7.5. I'm 35, 7.5. Hit a liberty at 3,500 now, 7.5. Hit 37.5. Hit a liberty at 3,500 now, 7.5.
I had it just turned out and stone bruised and put pads on him. He stone bruised yesterday. So he will have pads on, but he's 100% everywhere.
He has pads on because he was stone bruised, Dad.
He got a little stone bruise. They put pads on him, guys, but she said he'll be 100% ready every way. 3,500, 3,600. Hit a liberty at 3,500 now, $6 here. No.
He's Congress champion, third at the world, and bred as good as they get.
Congress champion and third at the world, and bred as good as they get. 3,500, 3,600. 3,600, hit a liberty at 3,500 now, see? Yep, 3,600, hit a liberty at 500 now, 600, I'm about 3,500 now, 600, I'm about 600, I have sold 3,500. 4 on 65 and give him a padded sale.
I'm Miltless.
Hey, Gary.
15-year-old gelding be a ranch horse now, that young lady said. And his name is Snowball. 1,500, 17 and a half. Yeah, 1,500 now, 17 and a half. 1,500 now, 17 and a half. 1,500 now, 17 and a half. I'm 1,500 now, 1,600. 1,500 here. Yeah, 1,600. 1,500 now, 1,600. 1,500 now, 1,600. Yeah, 1,600.
We loaded trucks on this horse for 2 weeks.
They've loaded trucks on this horse for the last 2 weeks.
He's a good pony now. Really
Now 1,700. It's 1,600 now, 1,700, 1,700, 1,700 now, 1,700. It's 1,700, 1,700 now, 1,700. I'm 1,600 now, 1,700, 1,700, 1,700. I am 1,700. It's only 1,600, pretty much. 301, 301.
Hip number 43 is Baldy, a blue-eyed 15-hand paint mare and a total kid's horse. Gentle, sound, willing, she needs green grass and a new zip code.
Rachel belongs to me. I'm ashamed of the way she looks. I bought her about 4 months ago. She got been off her place. She got sick. Now she got so sick she'll never get sick again. But I have little kids horse to give 100% sound. Go home and feed her, and you will absolutely watch her.
Be safe for the kids. She just needs a better feed program, guys. She got super sick on him.
Got a little mare there. $400, $500. Hit 4, 5, 500, 400 now, 500, 400 now, 500 now, 5 now, 6, 600. Hit 500, 600. Hit 500 now, 600 now, 500 now, 600 here. Hit 500, 5 and a half. Hit 500 now, 5 and a half. Hit 5, 5 and a half. Hit 500, 5 and a half. Hit 500 now, 5 and a half. Hit 500 now, 5 and a half. I'm 5, 5, 50. I'm 500 now, 5 and a half. Hit 500 now, 5 and a half. Hit 5, 5 and a half. Hit 500 and a half. Hit 500 now, 5 now, 6. And now 6, and now half, and now 7, and now half, and now 8. 800, 7, and now 800, and now 807, half, 800, now half, now 9, now half, and 9 and a half. Hit 9 and a half, now 10 and a half, now I'm about 10 and a half, now I'm about 10 and a half. Hit 10 and a half, hit 10 and a half. A little feed and a little time, you'd have you one hell of a horse.
If you peel her lips, she's only about 10 years old.
She's just 10 years old.
It ain't abuse that happened to her. She got sick.
She got sick, now she's over it, she's ready to do good.
Never get sick again.
9.5, 10.5, ma'am, 10.5, now 11.5, now 12.5, now 13.5, now 14.5, 14.5, and now 15.5, 15.5, 14.5, now 16.5, it's 16.5, 16, 15, it's 16.5, now 17.5, 17.5, it's 17.5, 17.5, now 17.5, 17.5. Solar 1650, 340, 454, 454.
Not even close, husband.
He's 14 years old.
I brought him and his half brother. They come off from They haven't been roasted in 4 or 5 years till 6.
Just so this first, there's 2 of these horses, they come off on his cow cover, so that they had not been rode 4 or 5 years old until Sunday. 2,500, 27.5, hit 2,500 now 7.5, hit 2,500 now 7.5, hit 27.5, hit 6, 7, hit 26 now 7, hit 7, I'm gonna bump it now 7, I'm gonna bump it now 7, and now 8, hit now 9, hit 29, 9, yeah, over there, I'm gonna bump 9, and now 3, hit now 1, hit 31, hit 3, I'm gonna now 1, hit 31, hit 3, now 1, hit 31, hit 31, hit 31, now 2, hit now 3, hit 33, 33, you're all out now, 4 now, 5, 35, 5, 5, 5, hit 5, 6, and now 7, 37, hit 37, I'm gonna now 7, I'm now 8, now 9, 39. So you'll catch him where you find him?
I left Hutchinson down at the cell barn at 2:30. I drove here. I stuck in his guts and stepped on him at the door. There you are.
38 now 9, he'll be broke. Hit down 9. Hit 39. Hit down 9. 38 now 9. Down 9. 39. 38 9. I have something 3,800, 600 on 2.
Him number 46 is a 12-year-old gelding, a big, shapy horse. He's been in the feed yard and used outside a ton. He'll be very broke for any job. 12 years old.
2,500, 27.5, hit 7.5, hit 25, 7.5, hit 27.5, hit 7.5, hit 25, I'm 2,600, hit 7, hit 27, I'm gonna bump it now 7, I'm gonna bump it now 8, hit now 9, hit now 3, I'm gonna bump 1, hit 31, hit 33, I'm gonna bump 1. So you'll be all right, guys. 31, hit 33, hit 1, hit 31, hit 31, hit 31, hit 33, hit 31, I'm gonna bump 1 bit, hit 31, hit 33, hit 31, hit 31, hit 33, hit 31, hit I'm gonna bump 1, 3, that number now 1, I sold me $3,000, 301.
Bye.
Is this the Irish Paymare?
Just a little more. It's going to be a 23 model filly. She's 5 Firewater Bowjet, 5 a Great Irish Pay. Firewater Bowjet's out of a daughter of Firewater Flip. Her dam's by CC Solano's Roan 365 by CC Blue Solano. And again, just a 23 model.
Got about 15 rides and she's gentle.
So this village just got about 15 rides, guys, and should be gentle. 12 and a half, 1500. Hit 12 and a half, 1500. Hit 12 and a half, 1500. 12 and a half, 1500. Hit 12 and a half, 1500. 13 and a half, 13 and a half, 12 and a half, 13 and a half. Hit 13 and a half, 12 and a half, 13 and a half, 13 and a half. I'm 12 and a half, 13 and a half, 13 and a half, 12 and a half, 13 and a half. Hit 13 and a half, 14 and a half, 14 and a half, 15 and a half. Hit 15 and a half, 15 and a half, 15 and a half.
Ready, you want to get, he's got her started good, she's gentle, there's cute filly for the money.
There's a good filly for the money. 15 and a half, 14 and a half, 15 and a half. Hit 15 and a half, 15 and a half, 14 and a half, 15 and a half, 16 and a half, 16 and a half, 16 and a half. Hit 16 and a half, 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 16 and a half. I'm 16 and a half, 16 and a half, 16 and a half. I have sold 1550 up high, 474.
No, I'm good. Thank you, honey. Thank you for asking. Oh. I am noteless, Ed.
14-year-old Gildan. Been used in the feed yard. Be broke, be honest. Said he ain't gonna lift tomorrow either. 2,500, 27 and a half. Hit 2,500 now, 7 and a half. Hit 2,500 now, 7 and a half. Hit 2,500 now, 7 and a half. Hit 27 and a half. Hit 2,500 now, 7 and a half. Hit 2,500 now, 600. Hit 2,600. Hit 2,500 now, 600 7. Hit 2,600 now, 7. Hit 2,600 now, 700. Hit 2,600 now, 700. I'm 2,600 now, 700. Hit 2,600 now, 700. Now, 7. I'm 26, 7. Hit 27. I'm going to get now 7. Hit 27. I'm going to get now 7. I'm going to 26 now 7. I have 26, 7, 2,700. So many 2,600, 301.
If number 49 is going to be an 8-year-old, been used in the feed yard and will be sound.
8 and a half, 9 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 and a half, hit 9 and a half, 9 and a half, here 900, hit 900 here, hit the bed now 9, hit it down, hit it down 9, hit it down 9, hit it down 9, I'm 8, 15, 9, I'm about 9, hit it down 9, hit it down 9, hit it down 9, 8, 15, 9, hit it down, I have. So it's 854 on 65.
This little guy's 10 years old. They did some team sorting on him.
This little guy's going to be 10 years old. They did some team sorting on him.
He'll be broke every day you own him.
Said he'll be broke every day you own him. He speaks for himself. Watch him ride around.
Yeah, watch him ride.
100% sound.
100% sound.
Cute. You can go and doctor, or the kids can ride him. He's going to.
So you can go doctor one in the pasture, the kids can ride him. 22 and a half, 5. Hit 20, I'm going. Hit 2 and a half, 5. Hit 22 and a half, 5. Now 7 and a half, and now 3. I'm going to bump now 2 and a half, and now 5. Hit 35. I'm in the ring right there. 32 and a half, 5. Hit 35. Hit 2 and a half, now 5. Then I'm going to bump 2 and a half, now 5. Hit 35. I'm 32 and a half, 5. Hit 35. Hit 2 and a half, now 5. Then I'm going to bump 5. Hit 35. Hit 2 and a half, now 5. Hit 32 and a half, 5. Hit 35. I'm 32 and a half, now 5. Then I'm going to bump 5. Hit 32 and a half, now 5. I'm 35.
He's in his everyday clothes. Next spring, when he's fat and slick.
So he's in his everyday clothes, guys?
He's been used.
They've been using on him. Hit 32 and a half, 5. Hit 35. Hit 32 and a half, now 5. Hit 35. Hit 32 and a half, now 5. Hit 8. So 32 and a half, 301.
Cute.
Remind me.
Yes, I was thinking that very thing. That very thing. Shaky and cute. Yes.
Look what Gordon brought to town.
59 and 51, Bridget.
51 who registered one, right? Yeah.
Okay, hip number 51. That's the one in the red halter, okay? That is QCC Smokes Blue Doll. She is a 23 model quarter filly. She's by QCC Smokes Buddy Blue, by QCC Smoke Bivens, by Crow's Majestic Dawn. She's out of daughter of Crow's Black Peppy by Poco Blue Peppy, and she is a 23 model. Again, that's the pink or red halter there. That is hit 51.
We're gonna sell her.
So that Richard affiliate right there, Skeeter's got in the white shirt. Blue. 2022 and a half. Hit 2,000 down 2 and a half. 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 I'm 21. 2,000 hit 22. 2 ran out. Now 3. I'm 23. Hit 3 here 4. I'm 24. Randy Boy now 5. 25. Hit 24. 5. 4. Now 5. I'm 25 here. Hit 6. 26. I'm 25, 6. Hit a little bit. No. 25, 6. Hit 26. Hit a little bit. That's now 7. Hit a little bit. 27. You're out, Dave. Hit a little bit. 7. Hit 27. Hit a little bit. Now 7. Little bit. Number of now 7. Hit 27. Gordon said the mares will be gentle in the pen. Said they've been leading for 2 days now. 26, 7, 27, Dave, you want back in here? 27, down, 7, down, 7, right. So the one Skeeter's got 2,600, 466.
All right, now what's the story on 59?
Now what? Is she a chick? Said it should be out of the same horse, guys, and a great mare. $1,100, $1,100, now 12, now 12, now 12, 1,300, now 1,400, now 1,500, now 1,600, with the thing now 1,600, so we're 1,500, 476.
Well, we can't have nice things.
Oh, no, that's why we can't have nice things.
52.
I know it was.
Sam, 11 years old. Come out of the feed yard, that done legged horse they rode in there a long time. He broke.
Sound 11 years old, coming right out of the yards and been coming right with that dun horse that was in here a while ago.
Won't buck you off in the morning. Go do your business.
Ain't gonna buck you off in the morning either. 2,022 and a half. Hit 2,000 down 2 and a half. 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 Hit 2,000 down 2 and a half. 2,000 down 1. 2,000 down 1. Hit 21. 2,000 down 1. Number 1. Hit 21. We'll use him tomorrow, 2,001. Hit 21. Hit 2,001. I'm gone. 2,001. Hit 2,001. 21. Hit 21. Solely $2,000. Put him on 301.
Number 53 is Katrina's Legacy, the 22 model gelding by Data Legacy, by Scrutinizer, by the great Okie Dokie Dale, out of a daughter of Stell Corona by Corona Cartel, a 22 model and running bred.
He was on the track as a 2-year-old.
He was on the track as a 2-year-old.
Didn't win any money, but he was on the track. He cut that foot last winter. It's healed. We brought him up here for one of my clients. He had vet work and stuff to show that they had an x-ray. It's nothing with topical. I just didn't get it. I'll send it to you if you want.
It's all superficial.
Or a scar on that left front that sounds like.
So you come around the place where he was born. 800, 900, hit it, 900, 800, And now 10, about 900 now, 10, about 900 now, 1,000. Hit 900 now, $5 here, $900 now, $5 here, $900 now, 1,000. I'm 900 now, $5 here, hit $900 now, $5 here, $900 now, 1,000. Hit 900 now, $5 here, $900 now, $5 here, $5 here, $900 now, $5 here, $1,000. I'm $900,000, $5 here, right? Somebody 900 right up there, pretty on 409, 409, there's them papers.
Bring it back when you get them broke.
I'm noteless again.
This is the horse that came right with that other horse there a while ago. They had a match set, didn't they? 1,500, 17 and a half, 18, 17 and a half, 15, 17 and a half, 18, 17 and a half, 17 and a half, 15, 1,600, 16, I'm gone, 1,600, 15, first time Sunday they've been rode for 4 years, guys. Help yourself, 1,600, now 1,700, now 1,800. 1,800, 1,700 now, 1,800, 1,800, 1,700 now, 1,800, 1,700 now, 1,800. I'm 1,800 now, 1,900 now, about 1,900, 1,800 now, 19, 18, 19, 1,800 now, 1,900 now, 1,900, 1,900, 1,800 now, 1,900. So we 1,800. What's your number? 445. Thank you, Jesse.
I'm noteless.
Oh,
Oh, I'm hippers.
Busy for Hyden be a 2016 model mare by Busy Hyden, by the great Hyden's Little Pep. Busy Hyden, out of a daughter of Tough and Busy. Her dam is by Figure 4 Fritz, by Snickle Fritz Checks, a 2016 model. This mare was shown as a cow horse her 2 and 3 year old year, then began raising foals up until this last year. With her set of papers and money earners, this mare's been tuned up riding and been roped off of over the summer, including the team roping pen and the pasture. She has been exceptional in the sale barn with her great cow sense, not only a great using horse, but also a great trail horse for a rider of knowledge. There is nothing to not love about her. She'll be very in the bridle.
2,500 now, 7.5. We're gone. 2,500 now, 7.5. Now 3. 2.5. 3.5. And now 5. 35. 3, 4. Now 5. 35. Now 6 bow. Hit 36. And now 7. And now 8. 38. Now 9. 9. Now 4. Hit 4,000 bow. Now 1. 41. Now 2. Hit 42. Now 3. 43. 2. Now 3. 3. And now 4. 44. And now 4. 5, 45, and now 6, 46, 46, hit 46, 45, now 6, hit 46, here, I'm going to bump out of it now 6, 45, now 6, 46, now 7, 47, 8, 46, now 7, 7, I'm going to bump it now 7, I'm 47, 46, 4,700, I am sold her 4,600, put her on number. Takes 11,000 for her while she's here. The 8-9-year-old gelding. To be sound in a ranch horse is a whole young life now. 1,500, 17 and a half. I'm 1,500 now, 17 and a half. 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 16. 1,600. It's 1,600. It's 1,600 here. I'm the thing that order now, 1,600. It's 1,600. I'm the thing that order now, I have. It's only 1,500 for on 65.
I'm noteless. What you got?
6 years old horse, gelding.
Be a 6-year-old gelding,
Really good horse.
really good using horse,
Gentle.
and gentle.
8 and 9 and a half. 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 I'm 8 and 9 and a half. 9 and a half. 900. We're gone. 8 and 9 and a half. 8 and 9 and a half. 8 and 9 and a half. 9 and a half. 9 and a half. 9 and a half. I'm 9 and a half. 8 and 9 and a half. 9 and a half. 9 and a half. 9 and a half. I'm 9 and a half. 8 and 9 and a half. 9 and a half. Now half, now 10, 8 and a half, now 10, now half, now 11, 11, 11, 11, 11, 10 and a half, 11, 10 and a half, 1100, 10 and a half, 1100, I have. So we 10, 50, 600 on one.
What you got?
Meyer.
Five years old, okay.
Be a 5-year-old mare, good cow horse.
We boys are so get married.
Just watch her ride,
12 and a half.
barrier.
It's 12 and a half, now 12 and a half, now 1,500, 12 and a half, 1,500. It's 1,500, 12 and a half, 1,500, 17 and a half, and now $2,000, 2,000. Yeah, young man, $2,000, 17 and a half, too. It's $2,000, 18 and a half, now 19 and a half. 2,000 and a half, 1 and a half, 21 and a half. You're now 2 and a half, 22 and a half, 2 and a half. It's 21 and a half, now 2 and a half, 1 and a half, now 2 and a half, 22 and a half. I'm 21 and a half, now 2 and a half, 21 and a half, now 2 and a half. 22 and a half, 2 and a half, now 3 and a half, and now 4 and a half, 24 and a half, 4 and a half. I'm 23 and a half, 4 and a half, 5 and a half, and now 6 and a half. You're 26 and a half, young man, 6 and a half, I'm 26 and a half, and I have 26 and a half. So we're 25, 50, 301. Yep, 301.
Thank you.
You better step down, my friend. That's a low bridge.
This will be a 15-year-old finished ranch horse, super broken, great for the whole family.
$1,000, 12 and a half, 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 1100, I'm down $1,100, I'm down broke down over now, left motor here to the video, minimum time over now, I have $1,000 for on 65.
We're gonna have to practice it. That's all there is to it. We're just not getting it. Just not getting it.
Yep, number 61 is Cool Trouble in Texas. She is a 2020 model quarter mare. She's by Jim's Tumbleweed, by Trouble in Texas, by Trouble in Mind. She's out of her daughter, a CW Cocoa Blue, by Cuffs Jesse James. Again, a 2020 model, a very attractive 5-year-old mare. A nice horse. She's been in the feed yard and ranged on extensively. Got a nice handle and very soft.
22 and a half, 5, 25, 22 and a half, now 5, 22 and a half, now 5, 25, hit 22 and a half, 5, 3 and a half, 23 and a half, hit 22 and a half, 3 and a half, 23 and a half, now 4 and a half, 4 and a half, I'm 23 and a half, and she's sound, 23 and a half, 4 and a half, hit 24 and a half, 3 and a half, now 4 and a half, 3 and a half, now 4 and a half, hit 24 and a half, 3 and a half, now 4 and a half, 24 and a half, I'm 23 and a half, 4 and a half, 4 and a half here, hit 23 and a half, 4 and a half, 4 and a half, 3 and a half, now 4 and a half, 24 and a half, now 5 and a half, 5 and a half, I'm 24 and a half, now 5 and a half, here now 6 and a half, 26 and a half, hit 26 and a half, young man, 26 and a half, I'm 25 and a half, now 6 and a half, 6 and a half, 5 and a half, now 6 and a half, now 7 and a half, 27 and a half, 27 and a half, 27 and a half, now 8 and a half, 28 and a half, 27 and a half, 8 and a half, 5. So, yes, sir.
I rode this mare's feed yard. I gathered a lot of cattle over outside. She knows about hitting drop and she'll be A-okay.
So she'll be A-okay. 27 and a half, 8 and a half, 27 and a half, now 8 and a half. Hit 20 day won't back in. 27 and a half, 8 and a half, 8. Silver 2750. What's that number? 433. Here's your papers.
Thank you.
I'm noteless. I know.
He's 13 years old, come out of Western Kansas.
13 years old, come out of the feed yards now.
He's still gentle and sound. They rode him like a slave out there. Come on.
Be gentle and sound, guys.
13 and a half.
13 and a half, 14 and a half, 14 and a half, 13 and a half, now 14 and a half, 14 and a half, 13 and a half, now 14 and a half, 14 and a half, 14 and a half, 14 and a half, 13 and a half, 13 and a half, now 14 and a half, 14 and a half, 14 and a half, 13 and a half, now 14 and a half, 14 and a half, 14 and a half, 13 and a half, now 14 and a half, 14 and a half, 13 and a half, now 14 and a half, 14 and a half, 14 and a half, I'm 13 and a half, 14 and a half, 14 and a half, I'm 14 and a half, 13 and a half, now 14 and a half, 14 and a half, 13 and a half, 14 and a half, I have. So be 1354 on 65. This is the whole family horse.
This is Ace. He is 6 years old and stands 14 hands. A beautiful black gelding. He's been pasture roped off of, used in a sale barn and trail ridden. A gentle horse would make a great kids play day horse, rodeo horse, trail horse, or just an everyday using horse. An exceptional build, mind, and young age. He can be anything you want him to be. Got his whole life ahead of him. No quirks or vices. Sound, up to date, all the way around, ready to go at 6 years old.
$12, 12 and a half. Hit $10 now, 12 and a half. $10 now, 12 and a half. $10 now, 12 and a half. Hit $10 now, 12 and a half. $10 now, 12 and a half. $10 now, 12 and a half. $1,500. Hit 12 and a half. Man, you've been trying to buy a broke horse all night. You might want to look right there. 12 and a half, 1,500. Hit $1,500 here. Hit 12 and a half, 1,500. Hit $1,500 here. Hit 12 and a half, 1,500. Hit $1,500. 12 and a half, 1,500. I'm 12 and a half, 1,500. Now 17 and a half, and now 2. Hit $2,000. And now 2 and a half, and $22 and a half, now 5. Hit 25, hit $2 and a half, now 5. Hit $2 and a half, now 5. Hit 25, hit $2 and a half, now 5. 22 and a half, 5. I'm 25, 22 and a half, now 5. 22 and a half, now 5. I have 25. So be 22, 50. Put him on number 389.
more.
This is going to be a grade mare, Open. She is a retired trail horse. She's great with kids, desensitized. She's been out on the pasture for a year.
5 and a half, 600. Hit it, 5 and a half, 6. Hit it, 6. Hit 5 and a half, 6. Hit it, 5 and a 6. Hit it, 5 and a 6. Hit 556. Hit it, 5 and a 6. Hit 558 now 6. I'm 556. Hit it, 550, 75. So we're 550, put her on 4 straight.
That's 63. I'm noticed again.
She came off one of the camps down in South Flyer where the government funded everything. They put all went together and everybody bought a horse. Now, this is simple. I can stick over in a straight line.
Said she'd be kind and gentle, and she'd been rode in a straight line most of her life. 600, 700. 600 now, 700, 700 now, 700 now, minimum 600 now, 700, 700. I'm 600 now, 700, 700 now, half, minimum half. It's 600 now, half, 700 now, half. I'm 600 now, half, 700 now, half. I'm 600, 6 and a half, 700 now, 6 and a half, 700 now, half. I'm 6, 6 and a half, 700 now, half. So she ain't gonna be hard to catch, and she is not gonna buck you off. 600 half, 700 now, half, I've been known to do that too. 600 now, half, yeah, 600 now, half, 700 now, half. So there's 600, put her on 4.
That's cute. I love it. I notice.
Just the company right, though it is, guys. 8 and a half, 9 and a half, 8 and a half, 9 and a half, 8 and a half, 9 and a half, 8 and a half, 9 and a half. I'm 8 and a half, 9 and a half, 900, 8 and a half, 9 859, 850.
They used him at speed. Jordan ain't rode him about a year, but he will be a good horse.
859, I got a million, we're same place I am, one of you's gonna get him, and now half, and now 10, half, now 11, 11, 11 now, half, now 12, 12, half, and now 13, 13 now, half, 13 and a half, 13 half, now 14, and now half, 14 and a half, 14 now half, 14 and a half, 15, 15, 14 and a half, now 1500, 1500, 14 and a half, 1500, all right, so be 1450, 429.
I'm pretty sure Callie
Saddle Halls.
This is an 8-year-old Missouri foxtrot mare, been ridden all over the mountains.
$10, 12 and a half. It's $10 now, 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 1100. 1100. It's $10 now, 1100. It's $10 now, 1100 here. It's $10 now, 1100 here. It's $10 now, 1100. Minimum $10 now, half high. It's $10 now, 1100. It's minimum $10 now, half high. I'm $10 now, 1100. It's $10 now, 1100. Minimum $10 now, half high. Sold her $1,000 for on 65.
Look here. Hip number 72, he is 4 years old and a quarter draft cross gelding.
What about him, Gary?
He's 4 years old. This is the fourth time he's had the saddle on.
Fourth time he's worn a saddle.
The third time he had the saddle on, we rode him.
The third time he had a saddle on, they rode him. Sound and a nice big young horse.
Good colt right there. I'll give you 2,000 in the money.
2022 and a half. It's 2,000 down 2 and a half. 2,000 down 2 and a half. 2,000 down 2 and a half. 22 and a half. It's 2,000 down 2 and a half. 2,000 down 2 and a half. 2,000 down 2 and a half. 22 and a half. I'm 2,000 down 2 and a half. 1. 21. I'm 2,000 down 1. 21. 2,000 it's 2,000 down 1. 1. It's 2,000 down 1. 21. 2. 21 now 2.
Right here, cheap here now.
There's a good lad. 21 2. Where'd Jim go? 21 now 2. Hit 21 now 2. 21 now 2. 22 2. 22 21 now 2. I have sold him 2,100. Put him on number. Cameron, what's your number?
I missed the hip number. This is the one that I have a whole folder of stuff here.
You're going to get a whole folder of correspondence here and a copy of this horse's papers. She's registered as Streakin' is Risky. She's an 07 model by the Risk Taker by Corona Cartel out of a daughter of I'm Dashing. And I do mean a folder. There was an issue with a transfer in between owners, I believe, right? They skipped an owner with the transfer. Every email between them and AQHA is here with the case number and all that. If you want to continue to pursue getting her papers back from AQHA, everything you need is right here. But today, you're going to get her with all that email and a copy of her papers.
550, 600. Hit a 5 and now 6. If I'm gone, hit a 5 and now 6. Hit a 5 and now 6. Hit a number 75. Now 6. Now quarter. I'm going to quarter. I'm going to take the quarter. I'm 600. Quarter. Half. Now 75. Here's 675. 75. 75. 650, 75. 75. 7. It's 7. 75. Now 7. Now quarter. It's 7 quarter. Minimum 7 quarter. And now half. 7 half. 7 quarter. Now half. I'm 7 half. Now 75. 75. I'm 7 half. 75. 75. Here high half. 750. 466.
Thank you,
Here's
sir.
that paperwork going.
Yeah. I don't have notes here, but road.
Anybody talking here?
Goodness.
He's a 5-year-old gelding.
He's a 5-year-old gelding.
Up there in the feed yard out in Nebraska. Then he quit his job. The last time he was rode, they rode him in the parade, Hutchinson rodeo and the Grand Entry in August.
So the last time he'd been rode was in August at the Grand Entry in the parade. 1,500, 17 and a half, 16, 17, 1,700, it's 1,600 and 1,700, 17, 18, 18, 17 and a half, now 18, 18, 17 and a half, 18 and a half, I'm 18 and a half, 17 and a half, now 18 and a half, 18 and a half, it's 17 and a half, 18 and a half, 18 and a half, 17 and a half, now 18 and a half, 17 and a half, now 18 and a half, I'm 17 and a half, 18 and a half, 18 and a half, here I have. Sold him 1750, 302.
Thank you. No problem. Thank you. Appreciate you.
Bib number 71.
My notes definitely don't match this horse. What you got, honey?
The paperwork. She had paperwork from reading. Oh,
I'm a Smokin' Cocoa Pepper is going to be a 2010 model mare by Smokin' Baldy, by Price's Smoky Leo, by Rondo Leo, now to a daughter of Poco Cody Discount by Discounts Image. Be a 2010 model mare.
5.5, 600 here, 5.5, 600, yep, 5.5, 600 here, 5.5, 600, I'm 556, I'm 556, I'm 600, I have. So they're 550, 600 straight away.
Papers, Jeff. I'm noteless here.
Barn red. Come right down here south of town, said the kids is outgrowed her, that's why she's here. 7.5, 8.5, 8.5, 7.5 now, 8.5, 7.5 now, 8.5 here. I'm 7.5, 8.5, I'm gone, 7.5, 8.5, 8.5 here. It's 7.5, 8.5, 8.5 now, 8.5, I'm 7.5, 8.5, now 9.5, Said he's got 4 or 5 little old kids and they just raise her everywhere. 900, 9.5. Good, 900, 9.5, 9.5, now, $5 now, half. It's $7 now, half. You're all out here. $7 now, half. $7 now, half. It's $7 now, $5.5. $7 now, half. And now 11, $11 now, half. $11 now, 12. It now half. 12 and half. 12 and now 12 and a half. And now 13. She broke her most of them. 12 and a half, 1,300. 12 and a half, 1,300. Now half. 13 and a half. 13 now half. 13 and a half. Yep, $1,300 now, half it, 13 and a half, 1,400, 1,400, yep, 1,400 now, half it, 14 and a half, 1,400 now, half, yep, $1,400 now, half, 1,400 now, half, here I have. Now 1,500 and now half, 15 and a half. It's $1,500 now, half, 1,500 now, half. 1,500, 15 and a half, and now 1,600, 1,600. It's 1,600, anything on a half, now 1,600. So we 15 and a half, pretty long 301.
Probably clerk cattle on this thing. The last is
Brave woman. The 77.
So they bought him in September as a project horse and they put about 20 rides on him. 6.5, 700. He hit 700 here. Hit another day. They're going to hang on 700. But I'm on side high. I'm 6.5, 700. Hit another day. They're going to hang on 700. Side high. It's 6.5, 700. Hit another day. They're going to hang on gone. Hit another day. They're going to hang on side high. Hit another day. 700. It's 6.5, 700. But I'm on 6.5. Hit another day. 700. But I'm on 6.5. Hit another day. 700. Right. So we 650. Put him on 466.
Buyer 466.
This is a 10-year-old Missouri Foxtrotter, been trail ridden, but hasn't been ridden much in the last year.
5.5, 600 here. Hit a little 5.5, 600 here. Hit 5.5, 600 here. Hit a little 5.5, 600 but I'm on 5.5, second to the middle of the money, I'm going to the 5.5, say it's 600, to the 5.5, second to the now half, and now 7 now half, to the 7 half, Jonas in the lead, 7 now half, internet's out, 7 now half, it's 7 now half, to the 7 now half, good little horse right there, gas 700 now half, he's almost you, 700 now half, now he, to the now you're out, Jonas 7 half, 8 now half, to the 800 now half, 808 half, to the 800 now, internet you're out, 800 now half, 808 half, to the 800 now half, now 9999, where you now half, hit 9.5, to the 900 now, 9.5, to the 900 now half, hit 9.5, internet 900, 9.5, to the 9.5, high, so we 900, put him on, 412, 412.
Noteless again.
He'll be a big Gordon's horse.
This horse is 14 years old.
Said he's 14 years old.
I got him from a good old friend of mine that was older than me. And he took him to the mountains every summer in Colorado and rode this horse all over the world out there. This horse, he's just 14. He'll be sound and he's as gentle as you can get.
So he'll be sound, he'll be gentle, coming right off one of Gordon's good friends. Guys took him to the mountain every year and rode him out in the mountain. 17.5, $2,000. It's 17.5 now, too. Hit a little bit, 17.5 now, $2,000. 17.5, 18.5, 18.5, 18.5, I'm going. 17.5 now, 18.5, 18.5, 18.5, 17.5 now, 18.5, 18.5. I'm 17.5, 18.5, 18.5, 17.5 now, 18.5, and now 19.5. Jonah, but about 19, 2,000.5, 2,000.5. Hit 2,000. Half, now 1.5, 21.5, now 2.5, hit 22.5, 21.5, now 2.5, hit 21.5, now 2.5, 21.5, now 2.5, 21.5, now 2.5, and now 3.5, 23.5, now 4.5, hit 24.5, internet, 24.5, 3.5, now 4.5, I'm 24.5, 3.5, now 4.5, high. Now 5.5, 25.5, 4.5, 5, now 6, 26, hit 26, 26, minimum 6, I'm 25, now 6, minimum 5, now 6, now 7. Now 7, 27, now 7, now 8, hit 28, now 28, 27, 8, so we 2700, 301.
Let me guess.
This is Woody. He's transferred. He's been team roped off of pasture.
Then team rope up, pasture rope up, anybody can ride him, and he'll be gentle. Said you can leave him off for 6 months, guys, and he'll be the same way as you turn him out. 800, 900. I'm 800 now, 900, 800 now, 900, 800 now, 900, 800 now, 9999. I'm 800 now, I'm 800 now, 900, 800 now, 900 now, 900 now, 800 now, 800 now, 900, 800 now, 900, 800 now, 900, I'm 800, 900, 800 now, 900, I have so many 800. 1, 2, 4.
We have number 80 is Doc's Smart and Sassy. She'll be a 2007 model mare. She is by Doc Smart Command, by Smart Charlie Texas, by Royally Smart. She is out of the daughter of El Pepe's Rosie Copy by El Pepe Trace. 2007 model mare.
700, 800, 700 now, 800 now, 800 now, 800 now, 800 now, now heat. Hit 700 now heat. Hit a little bit now half. I'm gone. Little bit 700 now half. Hit 700 now half. Hit a little bit 7 half. You went in over there 7 half. I'm 7. 700, 7 half, 700 now half. Hit $700 now half. 700 now half. 700 now. Come on, 7 half. Sold her 700. Put her on 600 on one.
Oh my goodness.
There's a man rung that pony last night. He said his kids outrode it, but his Jill violated off the trailer. Good pony.
People brought that pony last night, said the kids is that girl. That pony Jill, and he said he unloaded it for him. 8 and 9.5, thank you, Cass. 8 and 9.5. 8 and 9.5. 8 and 9.5. 8 and 9.5. And now 10 and 11 and 11 and 10 and 11 and now 12 and 12 and 12 and 11 and 11 and 12 and 12 and 11 and 12 and I'm 11 and 12 and 12 and 11 and 11 and 12 and sold him 1150. 1, 2, 4.
Don't let Janice ride him, Steve.
I have no list.
6, 7 years old. People brought him last night.
6 or 7 years old, they brought him in last night.
They unloaded him. They wanted him landing. 500.
500, come from Andover, 500, 5.5. Hit 500, 5.5. Hit a little bit, 5 and a half, 5.5. Hit a little bit, 5 and a half, 5.5. Hit 5, 5.5. Hit a little bit, 5 and a half, 5.5. Gone. Hit a little bit, 5 and a half. Hit 5, 5.5. Hit a little bit, 5 and a half, 5.5. Hit a little bit, 5 and a half. Hit 5, 5.5. Hit a little bit, 5 and a half. 500 for 66.
Donkey.
Shane.
Two donkeys.
Those.
Yes. I need both their numbers.
83 and 4.
83 and 4.
83. Sell 83 first.
Which one is 83?
This was the little girls along.
The lighter colored one, guys. You saw that one.
Selling the family donkey, there's 2 of them.
Family donkey with 2 people.
$200, 2.5. I'm going to Burrow, $200, 2.5. Hit 2, 2.5. Hit a little bit, 2.5. Hit a little bit, 2.5. Hit a little bit, 200 now half. I'm 2, 2.5. Hit a little bit, 2.5. Hit a little bit, 2.5. $200, 2.5. Hit a little bit, 2.5. Now 3. Hit a little bit, 2.5. Now 3. Hit a little bit, 3. I'm 2.5 and 3. Hit a little bit, 3. Sold it $250 on the net.
Hayden, you're the winner. 10029.
Now sell the darker colored donkey right there. $200, 2.5. We're gone. Hit a little bit, 2 now half. Hit 2, 2.5. Hit a little bit, 2 now half. Hit a little bit, 2.5. Hit a little bit, 2 now half. I'm 2, 2.5. Hit a little bit, 2 now 2.5. Hit a little bit, 2 now 2.5. I'm 2, 250. I'm gonna bump 2 now 2.5. Sold it $200, Randy Ray. 392.
I like your ass. I know. You've been waiting all night for that. Literally all night.
Late got a special person to buy it.
7-year-old Gildan.
Yeah, 7-year-old Gildan.
Was in the feed yard for 30 days.
He was in the yards for 30 days.
Anybody can ride.
Said anybody get up there and ride
As
him.
fast or slow as you want him to go.
Said he'll go as fast or slow as you want him to go. 1,500, 17 and a half, and now two, hit a little in, 17 and a half, now $2,000, hit a little in, 17 and a half, now two. 100% sound, hit a little in, 17 and a half, now $2,000, hit a little in, two. Hit 17 and a half, two, hit a little in, 2,000, in, 17 and a half, now $2,000, in, 17 and a half, now two. I'm 17 and a half, 18 and a half, hit a little in, 18 and a half, hit a little in, 18 and a half, and now 19 and a half, hit a little in, now 2,000 and a half, now 1 and a half, hit a little in, 21 and a half. Here's 2,000 and a half, 1 and a half, you're out now, 2 and a half, now 3 and a half, hit a little in, 24 and a half, now 5 and a half, hit a little in, 25 and a half, hit 24 and a half, 5 and a half, hit a little in, 5 and a half, hit a little in, 4 and a half, now 5 and a half, I'm 25 and a half, 6 and a half, now 7 and a half, hit a little in, 27 and a half, hit 27 and a half, you're out again, young man, 27 and a half, 8 and a half, hit 28 and a half.
Yeah, we're solid.
27 and a half, 8 and a half, 7 and a half, now 8 and a half, 27 and a half, now 8 and a half, 28 and a half, 27 and a half, 8 and a half, 8 and a half. So in 27 and a half, 302.
Thank you. Cute horse.
$86.
I know nothing.
What do you got here, gentlemen?
How old is she? 13, I think. But she's been in the feedlot all her life.
Been using the yard her whole life. She's 13 years old.
We wrote bulls off her.
So they wrote bulls off of her.
Yeah, that's about it.
Been used for a living. 8 and a half, 9 and a half, 8 and a half, 9 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 and a half, 8 and a half, 9 and a half, 900, I'm 859, 815 pound, 9, and now half, 9 and a half, 9 and a half, 8 9 and a half, 9 and a half, 9 and a half, 9 and a half, 8 9 and a half, 9 and a half, 9 9 50, 9 and a half, I have solar 900 per on 1 2 4 1 2 4. Some of that big foxtrotter.
The 10-year-old foxtrotter just hasn't been ridden much in the last year.
10-year-old foxtrotter ain't been ridden much in the last year. 500, 600, hit it in, but about 500 now, 6. If I'm gone, hit it in, 500 now, 6. Hit it in, 500 now, think it in, about 6. I'm 500, 600, hit it in, so now 7, now 7 and a half, and now 7, and now half, and now half, and now half, half, and now half. It's 7 now, half, and half. I'm 700, 7 now, half here, half. So we're 700 for 1 2.
Noteless from here on out.
Barn right. 500, 5 and a half, 5 and now 5 and a half, 5 and now 5 and a half, 5 and now half. 5 and a half, got it 2 places, half, now 6, 5 and a half, 6, Jeffrey, you're out, 5 and a half, 6, now half, 6 and a half, now half, it's 600 now, half, now half, the only you want again, now half, I'm 600, 6 and a half, now half, and now 7, 75, now 7, and quarter, and minimum 7 and quarter, and minimum 7 and a quarter, it's 707 and a quarter, and minimum 7 and a quarter, 700, put it on 15.
Facebook and YouTube will be coming up on loose horses pretty quick here. When we do, your feed will shut down. You can absolutely continue to watch on the bidding site. You don't have to have an account or anything to just watch, okay? So just be aware when we start the loose, the Facebook and YouTube feeds will shut down. The bidding site will still be live. Are we on loose, Jonah?
Yeah.
Yeah? All right, guys.